You have said, who am I to judge? Homosexuality is not a crime.
No, it's a human fact.
Pope Francis has died at age 88, announced by the Vatican on Monday, the 21st of April. During his decade of papal service, Pope Francis made a number of statements and gestures aimed at pushing the Church to be more welcoming to the LGBTQ+ community, but has remained regressive in many areas. In 2013, speaking to reporters on a flight back from Brazil, Pope Francis said, "If a person is gay and seeks God and has goodwill, who am I to judge?" In 2019, Pope Francis met with a British lesbian evangelical Anglican who started a foundation to work with religious organizations around the world to eliminate discrimination based on sexuality or gender. She presented Pope Francis with a study from her foundation that detailed the experiences of 458 respondents who had undergone efforts to change their orientation. She told Reuters that Pope Francis seemed to understand what conversion therapy was. "I thought he was extremely warm. He was very pastoral. He seemed concerned. I felt very embraced." In 2020, he met with 40 parents of LGBT+ children to hear their concerns about the Church's disregard for their families. The group's vice president, Mara Grassi, said Pope Francis closed the meeting by saying, "Love your children as they are, because they are children of God." In an interview with the Associated Press in 2023, Pope Francis clarified his views on homosexuality, saying, "Homosexuality is not a crime. Yes, it's a sin, but let's make the distinction first between sin and crime." Just a year later, Pope Francis made history by joining a Ugandan LGBTQ+ rights activist in condemning the discrimination faced by queer people in the country. The activist said Pope Francis reiterated that discrimination is a sin and violence against the LGBTIQ communities is unacceptable. In 2024, in an interview with 60 Minutes, Pope Francis was asked about his decision to allow Catholic priests to bless same-sex couples, to which he clarified his decision.
No, what I allowed was not to bless the union. That cannot be done because that is not the sacrament. I cannot. The Lord made it that way. But to bless each person, yes. The blessing is for everyone.